welcome back to the channel. I am back with another reading. Come on in. So today I'm gonna be obviously we all know there's a big elephant in the room. It's been public controversy and everyone's been talking about it. I've talked about this months prior. And of course, I am talking about Sean Combs, okay? Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, aka Puffy, aka Puff Daddy, and all the other names and identities that he gave himself over the years. So I definitely want to tap into the energy and see what is in store for him now that he has been arrested and he is in federal custody. I definitely want to see what's going to happen next when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to this genre. Just, tapping in and see, because obviously this affects us. We may not think it affects us, but it does. These things do trickle down. Okay, so let's get right into it. So before I start out, I do like to start out with a prayer. Ask the creator of all there is to protect me as I channel this message. May the messages be clear, accurate, and precise. May it reach the eyes and ears that need to hear and see this. May the messages teach us, inspire us to be better. I ask the creator of all there is to protect me as I channel this message, protect the audience, protect the eyes and ears of those that are viewing and hearing this. We return any spell work to sender, any dark, evil, dark deeds return to sender. Thus say I, and so it is. All right, so let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't checked out my other readings that I've done on Diddy, I started channeling messages, not really channeling, but just receiving intuitive messages about Jay-Z and Sean Combs. I want to say as early as 2021. I do have some of those videos up, so just scroll down to the last 6 months and you'll find them. So let's get right into it. Before I the first card that I wanted to pull for him is the Soul Journey Lesson cards, okay? So this is going to give me information on a soul level as to what's going on, okay? As we all know, allegedly, Diddy is being accused of many heinous crimes, and he is now in federal custody. He's looking at a lot of time in prison, okay? Could be spending the rest of his life there. He's looking at similar charges like R. Kelly faced, and R. Kelly got 40 years, and Diddy is looking at similar charges, if not more charges, okay? So let's see what's going on a soul level. Anything that you need to know about Sean Combs on a soul level. And if you all know, Sean Combs, he is a Scorpio. Okay, Scorpios are very intuitive as well. Very occult-like. They have a natural intuition and a natural way of tapping into things. Okay, so Scorpios are very intuitive. And that can be expressed in a positive or negative light, depending on the person, right? Everybody has their own path. Okay, so I'm not here to judge, but Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, all of them will be judged accordingly. It's just not my job. Thank God. Thank the gods that it's not my job to do that. All right. Diddy was also somebody that was very into the occult. I do believe, and this is my own personal opinion, this is not fact because I do not know him personally, but I do believe that Diddy was someone that did practice sex magic, okay? Using, and if you don't know what sex magic is, sexual alchemy, look that up, okay? Pause, make sure you like the video first, pause it, and then go Google it and do your own research. I do believe that he practiced that on the dark side. It did involve a lot of those sexual rituals, and sex magic rituals do involve group-like settings, okay? And it involved group-like settings. It also involved many different things in order to channel, in order to siphon energy, okay? So I do believe that that's one of the things that he did, was he used sexual alchemy, sexual magic to manifest. That was one of the things that he did. Whether it's wrong or right, we're not here to judge that, but he will be judged in the court of law, okay? So yeah, just kind of wanted to preface that a little bit because, if you don't know by now, but I did create I did have another video where I talked about where I knew that Diddy had took a wrong turn and that his downfall was imminent when he tattooed the voodoo love goddess Ezeli Danto on his back. Once he got that image on his back, and remember, one of the misconceptions about voodoo is that voodoo is evil. It is not evil. What it does is it exasperates and it will bring to the forefront what the person, the practitioner, or the neophyte already is. Diddy was way over his head when it comes to voodoo magic and the occult, okay, and that particular deity, because he tattooed a love goddess on his back thinking that she was here to protect him, and that, you know, he changed his name to Brother Love. He has the love goddess on his back and he's untouchable. But little does he know is that she is also a protector of women and children, and Diddy was not living up to that deity's standards. So hence, this is what's happening. I remember Diddy got that tattoo, I want to say about 2 years ago. Okay. And he posted it on Instagram last year, I believe. And I remember seeing it and thinking, wow, his ego is so inflated that he's about to be done. He's about to be cooked, finished. She is going to publicly shame and give him a public spanking. Okay. That's what's happening with Diddy right now. Diddy's getting a public spanking. In my opinion, what I feel and know to be true is that he is getting a public spanking from this particular deity, Ezeli Danto, that is tattooed on his back. Okay, she is exposing all of his dirty, dark secrets publicly. Okay, she's gonna finish him. So, all right, now that I've given that little preface for the last 6 minutes, let's get right into the reading. Okay. So what is going on with Sean Combs? I also want to tap into the energy of Sean Combs and his mother. He has a lot of mommy issues I'm getting to. Oh, okay. All right, so the first card that came out is Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So Diddy is he's still confident. His narcissism is definitely working in his favor right now because he feels very confident. He feels like, you know, he is going through a test of sorts. He feels like he's being tested. He's very in his head. Okay, he does feel like he's royalty. He has this very, I just heard, preposterous. He has this very like inflated view of himself. He feels like he is royalty. He feels like this is not supposed to be happening to him. He does feel confident. He feels like he is going to persevere. He's going to see this through. Okay. And I feel like this just being overly confident is what's going to be his demise. But we're going to go further. What else? Can I have 3 Soul Journey lesson cards? I have 2 more, please. Yeah, happiness. Okay. So he's very optimistic. So his card reads, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Okay. I'm also getting that there was a lot of things that happened. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. Diddy right now is reminiscing on the good times that he had while he was out. How happy he was. Okay, he's thinking about his yacht, his boats, the yacht parties that he had. Okay, he's thinking about specific people that he was around. Okay, I feel like these are his friends that were around him, how much fun they had. Okay, I'm getting there could have been like indulgence in some herb. Maybe he was like smoking marijuana or something like that. Okay, and if you look in the middle here, I do see that he was also like Diddy was in a false sense of happiness, almost like a maze of sorts. Like he was hypnotizing people, and Diddy himself was also under some type of hypnosis. So I'm getting like a heavily induced drug hypnosis. Because if you look in the middle of the card here, it's almost like you're going into a whirlwind, right? You're going into this whirlwind, something that is hypnotizing you. Like you're so far gone that you don't even realize that you're literally going deeper and deeper and deeper into the abyss. So this to me is giving a false sense of happiness. It's giving me drug-induced happiness, okay? Now, He is very intuitive because dolphins do represent intuition. They do represent a higher level of intelligence. So this is giving me, yes, he's very intuitive, but he also, because he was heavily into drugs and things like that, that gave him how do I say this? It gave him an inflated sense of intuition, meaning he's like, well, I know what's coming and it's not going to happen to me. It's like the drugs gave him a false sense of confidence, is what I'm getting. Okay. What else? One more. I'm also getting that he wished he had spent more time with his family. Okay. Because if you look at the dolphins, it's almost like it's a family of dolphins, like they're a family. I'm getting that he wished he had spent more time with his family. Or he's reminiscing on times that he spent with his family at sea, by the water, going on yachts, going on, cruises and traveling the world via the water. Okay. I'm also getting that he could be very emotional right now. So I'm getting that he may be crying a lot. Okay, behind the scenes when he's alone in his cell, he's definitely shed some tears. Okay. What else? Oh, okay. All right. So that one flew out. Okay. So the card that flew out is forgiveness. He wants to be forgiven. Okay. The orange represents, so I just heard Orange is the New Black, which is that Netflix show about women in jail. Okay. So Diddy is definitely, oh, all right. So women in jail. So I'm getting that Diddy is, he's facing his truth. The color orange represents truth, okay? It invokes an energy of truth, invokes an energy of honesty. All right, so Diddy is hoping that he is forgiven. He wants the judge to look favorably upon him. He wants to be forgiven for his transgressions. He feels like this isn't fair, okay? So his card reads, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So block the flow of love. I'm getting, how Sean Combs his new pseudonym was Brother Love, right? So it's like someone is blocking the flow of love. Someone is blocking Brother Love. Literally, he's locked up. He's being blocked. Okay. And he's wanting forgiveness. He wants people to look favorably upon him. He wants people to understand his truth. And I feel like his truth, I keep getting Orange is the New Black. If you guys don't know that show on Netflix called Orange is the New Black, it's about a group of women. It's mostly centered around about 7 to 10 women that are in jail that are wearing orange jumpsuits. Some of them are of the same sex. So there's a lot of like lesbian scenes and just different things going on that show. It's a really good show overall, but it's centered around women in prison. So I think that's interesting that women in prison is coming up for Diddy, considering the allegations of him being bisexual. Okay, so he's now in jail with a bunch of men. All right, so I do feel like he is learning to really understand himself and be honest with himself and with his sexuality. Okay, so I do feel like he's being blocked in some way. There's a lot of people that it's going to be hard for them to forgive Diddy because of their resentment towards him, because of the things that he's done. Okay. But Diddy feels like, no, my truth needs to come out. Like the orange color is a color of truth, of honesty. So whatever is happening to him right now is supposed to happen. Okay. This was his time. His time was up. All right. Yeah. And on the bottom, we have fear. So the card on the bottom for him is fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So he still feels like, he's living up to his name, his Brother Love name. Diddy is with this reading, I'm getting an energy of like very warped in his thinking. Okay, so if you see here, if you look at these two cards, it's like a whirlwind. Like this almost is like a whirlwind here and then another whirlwind there. It's like this is giving me like he is trapped in a whirlwind in his own mind. Like the way he sees the world is not how we see the world. I'm getting an image in my mind's eye of someone like a cartoon character who has like the whirlwind as eyes and it's spinning over and over and over and over again. That's the image I'm getting. It's an image of a cartoon character in black and white with whirlwind for eyes, and they're under hypnosis. They're under a spell, is what I'm getting here with the whirlwind. Okay? Just like the shape of this here. It's like drug-induced hypnosis. Like it's crazy. It's like a form of psychosis is what I'm getting. And he may be, yes, he may be, overly confident. He's thinking about happy times or he's looking at things, he has a very positive outlook. He thinks that he is going to get away with this. But there is still an underlying level of fear, okay? Because this is his bottom card. And it reads, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So he feels like he's being tested by the gods. He feels like I'm royalty. I am one of the gods and I'm being tested by the gods. So he feels like what he is going through right now is like his test of sorts. And he has like a God complex is what I'm getting. Like I am God. I'm the new Jesus. That type of energy. This is crazy. Okay. So yeah, so he feels like this is to test him. This is to I also feel like there's a lot of people that are also in fear. There's a lot of people that are in fear that he is going to rat them out and name them. Okay. But overall, I do feel like Diddy feels like he is being tested. He feels like, if he's able to come out of this and if he's able to be released and beat this case, that he would have risen to godlike status is what I'm getting. So in his mind, he feels like, yo, I'm just being tested. I'm brother love. I'm the love man and my energy is love and I'm going to conquer my fear. When I make it through this, I'm going to become a god. I'm going to become one of the gods. So that's the energy I'm getting with Diddy, which is interesting. I mean, I get it because if you've been moving the way he's been moving, access to billions of dollars, okay, money that most of us that are watching this will probably never see in our lifetime. We don't know what it's like to have that type of money and what it can do to someone who already has a distorted view and a distorted perception of themselves and of others. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So in his case, unfortunately, it created a monster. It created someone that was a sexual deviant. It created someone that was so heavy into the occult that he went too far left. And now he's facing the consequences of that. Okay. So next, I'm going to pull from the Angel Answers. These are all oracles, so I will clarify with the tarot if I need to. All right, but for now, I'm getting, I'm going to pull from the Angel Answers. Okay. What message should we have? So, will Diddy beat this case? Will he beat this case? Okay, so we have abundance. Diddy feels like he has more than enough money. He's definitely putting his money up for sure. Diddy is definitely putting his money up, and we have perfect timing. Okay, he's putting his money up with the abundance here. Okay, this is him wealthy. This is his wealth. I feel like he is also going to be using his daughter's. He's like using his daughter's energy. He may have put money in the daughter's name or money in his kids. Like he has, I believe he has the twin girls and then another little one. But overall, I'm getting like a child, a female child, and he may have put money in her name or have a trust in her name of sorts, and he's relying on that. Okay. He does feel like he's going to beat this case. He does. He does feel like he is. And perfect timing to me with this hourglass here in the sandbox. If you look in the middle here, there's like an hourglass, okay? I feel like this is Diddy doing time. This is time passing him by right here with perfect timing. So everything that's happening to Sean Combs right now was supposed to happen, and it's happening in divine timing. It's definitely happening because of women, right? I'm getting like, this is Cassie, this is all the other victims, this is the male victims, but I'm more so getting the female victims, okay? The female victims was the catalyst to this. Him getting the tattoo of a love goddess, a voodoo demigod love goddess from the voodoo pantheon. He got her tattooed on his back, and she is sealing his fate. He was supposed to get that tattoo. Whether he knows he was supposed to get that tattoo, that was supposed to be his downfall. That was supposed to be his demise. Okay? Nothing happens by chance. So everything that's happening is supposed to happen to him. This is part of Sean Combs' soul journey. What's happening to him is part of his lesson. It's part of why he came to earth. It's part of why he was born. And I'm getting like a passage of time happening. Okay? DNA. So this is something in his bloodline. If this down here reminds me of like DNA strands. So this is something that is passed down from generation to generation. I feel like this is him inheriting some type of karma. Yes, he inherited abundance, right? So he did inherit a lot of money. Okay, he inherited a lot of money, but he also inherited from his bloodline, from his mother and father, grandmother, grandfather, right? He also inherited karma, negative karma. Okay, but he could be looking at a lot of time here. Okay, and we have look for a sign. Look for a sign. So with the look for a sign, I'm getting... Give me a minute. Okay, what I'm getting with this is that I do feel like he's going to do a lot of time in prison. I feel like he ignored a lot of the signs that he was given to slow down. He ignored it. I'm also getting, this is giving me like Statue of Liberty, but as a man. You know how the Statue of Liberty has like the torch in her hand? This is giving me Statue of Liberty, right? Which represents New York, okay? Because he is right now in federal custody in New York, okay? So I'm getting that. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Okay, so he's by the water. He's by the water in New York. Okay. Yeah, this was part of his journey. He was given warnings. He was given warnings, and he ignored his intuition. Okay. On the bottom, we have something better. All right. So we have something better on the bottom. So I'm going to clarify this with some tarot. Okay. So my question that I previously asked for the angel's answers was, is he going to beat this case? And I'm getting... Even though the no card is not here, I'm definitely getting a no. All right, let me see. Oh my gosh, look. I said I'm definitely getting a no. And I was like, let me pull the next card and look at the next card. Y'all. No with an exclamation point was the next card. I didn't shuffle these cards or anything. I literally just put it down and something was like, pull the next card. And here's the answer. So no, Diddy is not going to beat this case. He is going to get a lot of time. This is something that is divinely, it's the gods have stepped in to stop him. This was part of his journey. This is part of his soul's purpose. Okay. And I feel like he is going to get a sign. I feel like he's going to be able to, for whatever reason, I feel like Diddy is going to come to a point, obviously, if he's not, you know, if they don't off him and take him out, he is going to come to a point while he's incarcerated. He's going to reach an aha moment where he understands his purpose, if that makes sense. Like, he has like a warped sense of himself, like godlike type of energy, but he is going to come to a moment where he's going to have an aha moment about himself, about his life, and the way he's lived his life. But the answer to the question is no. So Diddy is not going to beat this case. All right. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay. So I'm going to pull 7 cards just to have an odd number. So we have the next card is take action. So there's definitely, I feel like these are his lawyers. Okay, this could be the prosecutors that are taking action. They're going to try to give him the maximum time possible. Yeah. They're trying to give him the maximum time possible. This is crazy. Wow. Next card is wait. They're going to have him wait. So if he thinks he's going to get a speedy trial, he's not. They're going to drag it out. They're going to make him wait as much as possible. There's going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of talking, a lot of communication, a lot of letters, a lot of lawsuits. There's going to be a lot of different things that come in that is going to postpone and prolong the trial. So I don't feel like it's going to be a speedy trial. I feel like they're going to drag it out the same way they're dragging out the Young Thug trial. It's going to be the same type of energy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next card we have is within the next few months. So there, be on the lookout for some type of communication, whether it's from Diddy, whether it's from other, there's something that's going to be coming out. I mean, it's literally coming out daily, but there is something specifically that is going to be coming. I just heard March, in the month of March of 2025. I just heard. Okay. So be on the lookout for March 2025. There is something that we're going to hear about within the next few months concerning, you know, this case, concerning him. There's something. Yeah. Okay. Or the trial may start within the next few months. Because if you look here, there's like steps, and the steps leads to like this palace that kind of looks like a courthouse. So maybe someone is coming forward within the next few months. Okay. All right. So let's clarify this with some tarot. So I'm going to use the Celestial Tarot to clarify this information, okay? This card keep one. Diddy. What did you do? All right, so let's clarify this. Clarify this message. All right, so we have a jumper. So we have the Queen of Wands. I feel like the Queen of Wands is Cassie. I feel like this is also Kim Porter. I'm more so getting Kim Porter. I feel like this is her energy. She's taking action behind the scenes. The Queen of Wands is someone that is very beautiful, very action-based. I feel like she is doing the work on the other side. I don't feel like she's in a dark place. I feel like she is even more beautiful, even more radiant on the other side. Okay. She's now an ancestor, so she has joined the ancestor realm. I feel like there's a lot of action that's being done right now, and it is directly because of Kim Porter on a spiritual, metaphysical sense. Okay. I understand she's not here anymore, but physically, I feel like Cassie would be the physical representation of that, as far as like a karmic, a woman that is taking action, right? That is defending herself. I feel like Cassie represents that in the physical because she's alive. She's actually the one that, you know, kicked this off. But I strongly get Kim Porter's energy as well. Okay. And Kim Porter, if you don't know, is Sean Combs, the mother of his children. She's the one that he was with the longest. Okay. He allegedly unalived her. Allegedly. Heavy on the allegedly, unalived her. Okay. And she now has like a book or memoir of sorts that just came out that was recently leaked, where she details a lot of the things that she's seen over the last, you know, over the course of time that she was with Sean. What else? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Next card is the victory card, the Six of Wands. This is taking action forward. She's very happy about what's happening. I'm strongly getting Kim Porter's energy. This is a card of success. This is a card of justice. Okay. I feel like with this, it's like this is taking steps forward, taking action forward, positive action. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Seeds well planted. So the Seven of Pentacles talks about, it talks about your finances. It talks about, he does have money saved. Diddy definitely has money saved somewhere overseas near the water. So he may have offshore accounts. Okay. So he does have money saved up for his kids. He may even have money buried somewhere in a grass, like a grassy area. He may have money buried literally in the ground, like on some old school, like he's taking it old school. He could have money buried somewhere in a backyard, in someone's house, in their yard, or somewhere where there's like a lot of terrain, maybe like a tennis court. I'm seeing like not a tennis court, a golf course. Okay. So I'm getting like a golf course and maybe some money buried in a golf course. He could have money buried there. He also has money overseas, but there's money hidden. There's some hidden funds, and it could literally be like in the ground. It could literally be in the ground. I'm getting very literal Seven of Pentacles where there's money here that's in the earth. Okay, so he could have money buried underground somewhere. The seven, number seven, also talks about hidden mysteries. So that's why I feel like this is money that is hidden, because the seven talks about mystery. It's a mysterious, magical number. It's a number of mystery. So yeah, I do feel like there could be some money hiding or in the ground in like a golf course type of place. Okay. Somewhere where the grass is very untouched, like it looks very beautiful and plush. So a person, you know, at first glance wouldn't think to look there, but that's where it is. Okay. What else? Ooh, look at this, the Hermit. The Hermit is going with it. So this, I feel like this represents Diddy in jail. The Hermit is someone that stays within. The Hermit is someone that is isolated. So this is, I feel like this is Sean Combs in isolation. This is him in hermit mode, permanent hermit mode. Okay. He's gaining insight. He's going to learn a lot of things about himself in there. He's going to gain a lot of wisdom. If one would want to believe that. He's going to gain a lot of wisdom when he's in jail. Spending that much time in confinement and in solitude, definitely all you have is time. All you have is time to be in your head and be in your thoughts. So I feel like he's going to get a lot of insight, a lot of inner wisdom while he's in there. This could also be him snitching and telling what he knows, because he has a lot of secrets, a lot of inner knowing. And I feel like this could also be him speaking on what he knows. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. He has a lot of jumpers here. Yeah, look at this. Look at him speaking. I told you. This is him speak. He is snitching. You hear me? He is singing like a canary. This man is in there spilling his guts out. He is letting them know everything that's on his mind, everything that he wants to say. And when I say them, I mean his lawyers, the feds, he's snitching. The King of Swords is someone that's a deep thinker, someone that communicates very well. But I'm more so getting like I just heard chatterbox. So he's talking. He's talking for sure. Definitely talking. He's trying to make power moves and power plays through his lawyers. He's trying to do everything because right now he can only do everything through his lawyers. So he's definitely there's lots of talk, lots of conversations. There's lots of communicating happening here. This could also represent things that are on camera and things that he's saying right now in the present moment while he's incarcerated. Okay. I just heard King Combs. So this could also be his son, Diddy's son, his firstborn son. Okay. So it could be the firstborn son maybe telling or turning on him. His firstborn may say something. I don't really see that happening, but I'm picking up on that energy, so I'm just putting it out there. We'll see how true that is over the course of time. Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay, with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of talk happening. He's not going down alone. He's like, listen, I got to say what I know in order to forgive myself for what I've done. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he's feeling like he has to say what he knows so that he can forgive himself for what he's done. Okay? The Ace of Swords also represents a new beginning, a new way of thinking, a new way of communicating. Okay, so this is all very new to Diddy, having to talk through third parties, having to talk through lawyers. He's not able to harass people on his own now. He can't he can't pick up a cell phone and call someone 54 times to harass them. He has to now go through different avenues, different channels. Okay. And I'm getting that this is the sword of truth. This is the sword of truth. So there's a lot more truth that's going to be coming out about him. A lot of the things that we hear that are coming forward, allegedly, are true. They are, in fact, based in truth and they're facts. Okay. So I believe I believe the victims. I do. I believe all of the victims, to be honest. And that's my personal opinion. I believe the victims. Whatever they said that Sean Combs did, he did it. He did it. And that is the reason why the love goddesses, God, the universe, is giving him a public humiliation. They're publicly embarrassing Diddy. This man is supposed to be a mogul, and all of his dirty laundry is coming to the forefront. Okay, this is his truth here coming forward. So I do feel like a lot of the people that came out, and what I wanted to say before that came in my head was like, this is like a public lynching of sorts. Okay, like he is being exposed. His truth is being exposed. And because his truth is being exposed, he's going to expose others. He's definitely not in there quiet as a mouse. I can tell you that. What else? What else? Anything else? What else with Diddy? How much time will Diddy get? I want to know that. How much time will he get? Okay, so this is people walking away from his life, people cutting him off, people not speaking to him anymore. I'm also getting they may give him 50 years. Oh my God. Because I don't feel like, obviously, none of his, all of the charges that he has, none of them are going to be 5 years. So I feel like this is anywhere from 15 to 50 years. He could be waiting in there for 5 years to go to trial or something like that. They're going to drag this on for a long time. But the 5 definitely represents loss. It represents change. Whenever you see the 5 show up in your reading, there is some type of loss. So these are people walking away from him. People stop speaking to him. Okay, the swords represent communication, thinking. So they stop speaking to him. They cut their losses. They cut their ties with him. I'm getting here that he could get 50 years. 15 to 50 years. Okay. He has a lot of swords cards, so there's definitely a lot of talking going on behind the scenes. He has a King of Swords, the Ace of Swords with the 5 of Swords here. People are learning certain truths about Diddy, and they're walking away from him because of it. Yeah, with the world. He's being exposed. The world is like, to me, this is like the World Wide Web. Okay, he was elevated in the world, right? He was a mogul, he was elevated, he was a star, and now we're watching the fall of a star, the fall of a mogul, someone that was elevated before the world to see, and we're watching the downfall of that. Okay, he's being exposed in the world on a public stage. All of his dirty laundry is being aired out. Everything that Diddy has done behind the scenes in his bedroom, financial, all of it is being brought out to the forefront. This is literally like one of the biggest exposés that I've ever seen. Okay. It's very impactful. Like, this is making a big impact when it comes to the music industry. Okay. I'm also getting that he could be in there for the rest of his life. Okay. So we have the 10, 10, and the 1 here. So he could maybe 21 years or something. There's something around the number 21. Okay, 21 Savage. So there's something about 21 Savage. There's something about the artist. There's an artist called 21 Savage. Something's going on with him because he's showing up in Diddy's reading. Maybe 21 Savage is talking to the feds or something like that. But 21 Savage, I'm getting 21 Savage with this. And 21 Savage is, I believe, if I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comments, but I believe 21 Savage is Haitian, if I'm not mistaken. And the deity that Diddy has on his back is of a voodoo goddess from the Haitian voodoo pantheon. Okay, and 21 Savage, I believe, is also Haitian. Okay, by way of London. So yeah, there's definitely something being brought out to the forefront. So 21 Savage, I'm gonna be on the lookout for that and see what comes out. Okay, what else? Yeah. 3 of Swords, heartbreak. He's definitely devastated by this. Diddy definitely feels like he's been stabbed in the back, stabbed in the heart. He feels like people that he loved, because even though Diddy is labeled a quote unquote narcissist, he feels like all the things that he's done, even the crimes that he's committed, he feels like he did it out of love. He has a very warped sense of love, of reality. I feel like his childhood was very traumatic. There could have been a lot of traumatic things surrounding his upbringing, surrounding the way love was displayed in his household. It could have been a lot of inappropriate things happening in front of him or around him that distorted his perception of love. Okay. And it also distorted his perception of sexual energy and sex. Okay. But this is, I feel like he feels like he's been stabbed in the heart. I feel like because a lot of people are walking away from him because of what's happening to him, I feel he's hurt. I personally don't care. I mean, everything that's happening is supposed to happen to him. Okay. If he is in fact guilty of these crimes, then I mean, there's no remorse. And I do believe the victim. So to me, he's guilty. Okay. But I definitely feel like he is experiencing heartache. It could literally be a heart attack. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to put that out there. There could be like a heart attack. Maybe he has like a stroke or something like that while he's in there. Okay. What else? What else? Anything else that we need to be okay? All right. Yeah. With the 10 of Wands. So I'm going to end it here with the 10 of Wands. Yeah, the 10 of Wands talks about heavy burdens, very strong, heavy burdens. Someone having the weight of the world, okay? Having the weight of the world on your shoulders, all right? Having the weight of the world on your shoulders. And look at this. The bottom card is the Justice card with the balance beam, all right? So we have Justice card with the balance beam here. I feel like this is him in court. This is money that he's going to have to pay out. All right. He's going to have to pay his victims. So this is his bottom card. But back to the cards that actually came out. So we had the 10 of Swords that came out with the World. So this is him feeling like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders. This is him, you know, working through his lawyers, taking a lot of steps in order to free himself of this, but it doesn't work. Okay, so he feels betrayed. This is him feeling defeated. He feels, you know, just a lot. There's a lot going on. He's dealing with a lot right now is what he feels. You know, that's the energy I'm getting from this 10 of Wands here. I feel like people are hitting him left and right from different angles, whether it's a lawsuit, whether it's the next victim that comes out, money that he has to pay out, money to his lawyers. Like he's getting hit with a lot of things at once. So this was very calculated by the authorities, by Homeland Security, by the feds. I feel like intuitively this was very well thought out. They knew to hit him from different angles at once. Okay, so that he can be as defenseless as possible. All right. So that was the updated reading. I'm going to leave this up. Make sure you like this video. More to come. I'm definitely going to, you know, I've definitely been following the case and just following, you know, Diddy and Jay-Z specifically for a while. Just kind of seeing how things are playing out, okay? I do feel like this is a shift that's happening, that's necessary, that's supposed to happen right now, all right? But I also, my advice to the audience, people that are watching this, people that are hearing this right now, is to stay focused on yourself. Make sure that you are living according to your own righteousness, your own moral compass, okay? I do feel like now is the time to don't get distracted by this either. A lot of this stuff that's going on with Diddy and all of that in the midst of an election and it's election year, do not let that distract you. Okay? Do not let what's happening with Diddy and these celebrities at the end of the day, they live different separate lives than regular people, right? So yes, we want to stay in the know and know what's going on in the world around us, but at the same time, we don't want this to distract us from our own personal goals, our own personal things that we have going on, okay? But I am going to be covering more celebrity readings, so if you like this type of reading, give me a thumbs up and there will be more to come. Until next time, peace.